Hello guys, welcome to our channel once again. Today you learn about electric charge. So we'll start by defining electrostatics as the study of electrical phenomena that are associated with charges and charge systems at rest. Now the observation of electrical attraction can be traced down to the ancient Greeks when Thales and some other scientists noticed that amber, when rubbed, attracted lightweight objects like feather. So notice that the Greek word for amber is electron. So a body that is made attractive by rubbing is said to be electrified. Hence, the early Greeks knew that amber, when rubbed with wool, amber, when rubbed with wool or woolen clothes, actually attracted small objects. So let me add attracted small objects that are placed near it. So the rubbing of the amber with the woolen clothes actually made the amber acquire electric charges, which now makes it possible to attract small objects. Hence, many substances can be made to acquire electric charges the same way. Now, if we rub a hard rubber rod with four, we can actually use that to attract paper. Also, a glass rod that is rubbed with silk can also be used in the same manner to attract just pieces of paper. So, in this case, the hard rubber or the hard rubber rod rubbed with the four has gained charges, and as such can now attract small pieces of tiny materials. So the same way the glass rod that is rubbed with silk can also attract materials due to the fact that it has gained charges. Now we'll also notice that if the charged glass rod is placed near another glass rod, they will repel each other. Now also, if the charged hard rubber is placed beside another hard rubber, they will also repel each other. But on the other hand, when the charged glass rod is placed near the charged hard rubber, they tend to attract each other. Now, what's the reason for this? Now, we'll notice that like charges will repel, while unlike charges will attract. Perhaps the charge we see on the charged glass rod is different from the charge on the charged hard rubber. It is therefore obvious that two kinds of charges exist. That is the negative charge and then the positive charge. So it was Franklin Benjamin who later called the charge on the hard rubber as negative. So the hard rubber rod possess a negative charge. While on the other hand, the glass rod possessed a positive charge according to Franklin Benjamin. So we can see that the hard rubber rod possesses a negative charge when rubbed with 4, whereas the glass rod possesses a positive charge when rubbed with silk. Also notice that other materials can also be made to be charged bodies by rubbing them against other materials as well. For instance, polythene can be rubbed with a woolen cloth or a woolen material to make it negatively charged. Also, cellulose acetate can be rubbed with cotton to make it positively charged. Now, take note of these 4 categories. The hard rubber rod can be rubbed with 4 to make it negatively charged. The glass rod can be rubbed with silk to make it positively charged. The polythene can be rubbed with woolen material to make it negatively charged. Cellulose acetate can be rubbed with cotton to make it positively charged. Now, having known this, we realize that an uncharged body can be charged either by bringing it in contact with the charged body, which happens in the above mentioned phenomenon, whereas we can also make a body charged by just bringing it close to a charged body. Hence, when a body is charged by contact, we call it conduction. And then when a body is charged by just bringing a charged body close to the uncharged body, we call it induction. So notice this too. So if we have a conductor this way, set up on an insulating medium in this way, then having a number of positive and negative charges at random. Now, if we get a hard rubber rod this way, close to the conductor, now we'll notice that if the hard rubber rod is charged or is negatively charged, now this will create an effect. Now, what is the net effect? Now, let's recall that unlike charges attract and like charges will repel. So in that manner, this is what will happen. Let's have our hard rubber rod here. So this is what will happen. The positive charges will be lined close to the hard rubber rod due to the fact that we have unlike charges here, whereas the negative charges will be situated far from the hard rubber rod. So this is what will happen. This is what will have as a net effect. Now, in this case, if we should make this connection, this means the connection has been earthed. So electrons will flow from this material or from this conductor to the earth. Now, being that the earth is so large, the electrons flowing to the earth will have no effect on the polarity of the earth. So if negative charges leave the conductor becomes positively charged. So this is what the net effect will be. So we have only the positive charges here. Now, if at this point the connection to the earth is removed, this is what the net effect will be. Now notice that we just have the positive charges lined up close to this. Now at this point, we can now choose to remove the hard rubber rod. When we remove the hard rubber rod, this is what we'll have. The positive charges will be evenly distributed in the metal body. So this becomes highly positively charged. So all the positive charges from here have been distributed evenly within the material. Now notice that at this point, if we seem to remove this, that's the hard rubber rod, while the connection here is still on. Now, the negative charges flowing down to it will return back to this, and then this will eventually turn back to this, becoming neutral again or uncharged. So the step should be followed as it is here. First of all, once it is earthed, now the connection to the earth will have to be disconnected or broken off. Then, before the glass, or rather the hard rubber rod, is being removed, now we have a positively charged body. Alright.